Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, got a couple of great fights. You know, Virgil Ortiz versus Egigas Cavalicus. A great fight. You know, that was a real good fight. A barn burner of a fight. It showed Virgil Ortiz's resilience because he was hurt a couple of times, really, and knocked down around two, to be honest with you. Fell off balance. If they gave Shannon Briggs a knockdown for going off balance at the end of the Lennox Lewis fight, then that's a knockdown. But he came back and knocked down Cavalicus a few times. And going back and forth, showing that lion when he's in trouble. Come on, bring it in. You know, and you know, I've seen a lot of things. Virgil Ortiz showed that he's going to be a big problem. Now, before you go to Virgil Ortiz, Cavalicus, put some respect on that name. Right? Put some respect on that name. The man's bad. And for Lithuanian, he's bad. You know, you're going to have to be a very good fighter to beat him. Virgil Ortiz is, and obviously Terence Crawford is. But they both had issues with the guy, which means respect on Cavalicus' name. He was stopped, I think, round, 8 stoppage. You know, body blows were hitting him. I think it was accumulation of punches at the time, but the body blows what really got him to really say, okay, you know, this is pretty much going to be over. And so he started protecting that body, and boom, nice upper left hook from Virgil Ortiz took that fight. And it is what it is. Virgil Ortiz will be in the mix. I didn't watch any post-fight anything because I don't really want to see anything. I might see something I don't like, so I don't really care. Bottom line is Virgil Ortiz is going to be a problem. You know, we don't need to talk too much Terence Crawford, because actually Terence Crawford is in one fight that's not so significant against Sean Porter. It means nothing. He's not going to be undisputed for fighting Sean Porter. He's not going to be, you know, unify any belts with Sean Porter, and it would be the same thing with Virgil Ortiz. Terence Crawford has to be in the fights to unify the division or become undisputed in 147 and get to the other stuff later. We keep trying to put him in, you know, all these fights. Matter of fact, he's supposed to be fighting the winner of Pacquiao, Ugas, right? That's what everybody should want, that guy, who the winner of that fight, to fight Terence Crawford, not Spence. Spence should recover, really. And then by that time, when Spence gets back, we got some, you know, the Pacquiao Crawford fight already. And then, boom, the winner of Pacquiao Crawford, if Pacquiao beats Ugas, which we think he probably will, then he fights Crawford. And that's the biggest fight out there. And then Spence can really recover, come back, maybe even have a little interim fight right there to make sure his retina's okay, and then fight the winner of Pacquiao, Terence Crawford. That's how that should work. And then at the same time, we'll have undisputed, now wouldn't we? Right? That's how that probably should work out. But it won't. Then we can get to Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz, you know, that fight there is going to show, you know, himself that he's patient. I've seen a lot of little things. I've seen, you know, a jab from the high guard. A jab from the high guard that fast is incredible. And that fast and hard and accurate from the high guard is really impressive. And I see, you know, when he throws the 1-2, the left-right, when he goes down, follows that the right hand down, and then when he comes back up, like a la David Haye, he's going to throw a left hook. Remember that David Haye hit Nikolai Valoev, the big Russian guy, 7 foot tall Russian guy with the left hook. People think, oh, David Haye throws a haymaker. Yeah, but if he misses it or lands it, he's coming back up through with that left hook. And I saw Virgil Ortiz doing the same thing. It's like, ooh, man, this guy, Virgil Ortiz has a pretty complete game. Body blows are there, you know, and his defense is improving. So with that punching power, and, you know, he's looking at a chin. You know, sometimes we call people chin. If somebody recovers from being hurt, then it's a good chin. We should all just keep consistent. Because some people that get hurt, then it's like, just because they got hurt, then they don't have a chin. Then they're chinny. But if somebody stays up and weathers a storm, a la Jeff Horn versus Manny Pacquiao in round 9, right? Jeff Horn stayed up in that round, even though he was hurt, and they were still giving Manny Pacquiao a 10-8 round. Then what the hell did I stand up for? If I stand up and you wasn't able to knock me down, then you don't get no 10-8 round. You see what I'm saying? But that's why boxing is just, there's no regulations. People just change what they want, like this. We're going to the next fight. Congratulations to Virgil Ortiz, by the way. He's a problem for the 147-pound division. Now let's go down to bantamweights, man. We had John Riel Casimero versus Rigondeaux, Guillermo Rigondeaux. Right? So, long story short, Rigondeaux lost the fight, split decision. And me being a fan of Rigondeaux and being a fan of Negro League fighters, I'm going to make that disclaimer, first of all, I don't agree. Right? I'm looking at a masterpiece, right, from Rigondeaux's standpoint, a masterpiece. A guy, if you remember, Floyd Mayweather fighting your boy, what's my man name? Canelo. Canelo Alvarez, right? He fought him. Remember the round 9 or 10, Canelo threw a right hand and missed him so bad that your boy Floyd Mayweather looked at him, looked at the ropes and looked like at the crowd like, what was you punching at? There was like 15 to 20 of those in this fight against Rigondeaux. It was almost embarrassing how Casimero couldn't catch up to a 40-plus-year-old guy, right? We can't have it both ways. We say that Rigondeaux is old. He's a Cuban, probably older than 40, 41. That's what we say. So if someone's older than 41 years old, how the hell are we celebrating that somebody who is a champion can't catch him through 12 rounds? Right? First of all, a 40-something-year-old dude ain't supposed to be able to move around for no damn 12 rounds. A 40-year-old dude is not supposed to have reflexes and make somebody miss that many times who is a champion. So if we're going to give points for coming forward, obviously, then if that is the case, then Deontay Wilder beat the hell out of Tyson Fury the first fight. Right? Because he was coming forward and he had him down in 2 separate rounds. Right? But we didn't have the same narrative. Now, Fury was fainting and running around and fainting, right? And we celebrated a 50 pounds heavier and a 2-inch taller guy running around fainting. And younger than the guy chasing him around. This, we have a guy 10 years older, over 40, and you can't touch him. Right? Landed the more significant blows and all. You know what? Only a non-black fighter can win a fight without no highlights. I'm going to say it how it is. Without no damn highlights. Tyson Fury didn't have no highlights in this fight against Deontay Wilder, the first fight. There wasn't no highlights. He had, you know what? He had 2 highlights. A feint, left, and hit him with the right. Twice. Those were awesome looking. Those were the highlights of that fight. Now, Deontay's highlights was knocking you the hell down 2 different times, separately. And being an aggressor the whole fight. We didn't have that energy, right? Casimero was running around trying to catch this guy, but he was able to outmaneuver him the whole time. Footwork the whole time. It's like, you know, we watch a karate movie and the person is trying to learn because he's got to fight the master at the end of the damn karate movie, and you like, ooh, the master. But the first time he meets the master, right, the master can beat him without even punching him to show him how whack his skills are. And the master just keeps his hands behind his back and just everything he does, he sees it. And you got to go back to the drawing board. He could probably hit you with the head or something and make you go back to the drawing board. That's what happened here. Oh, with Guillermo Rigondeaux didn't let his hands go. Damn my hands. I hit you really significantly twice in the round and you hit me none. Sour grapes. You can't just do, so what? You didn't, the point is, just like Mayweather and Pacquiao. People were like, well, Mayweather didn't do much against Pacquiao. Neither did Pacquiao. Neither did Casimero. He didn't land nothing. He didn't let his hands go. When Guillermo stopped and was in front of him talking to him, he didn't let his hands go. And here's the bottom line. Casimero was the one who said he's going to knock Guillermo Rigondeaux out in 3 rounds. And we were all scared he might. He was the 2-to-1 favorite in the fight. Also, so, you know, you're supposed to be handling your business. This guy, 40 years old, and no one can see that that was awesome. Right? The glasses you got on is something different. So you're mad at a 40-year-old guy outmaneuvering a 30-year-old guy, outmaneuvering him and hitting him with the more significant blows. Guillermo Rigondeaux has a whole lot of highlights from that fight. Somebody can put together a collage of all the times this guy missed. And it would be embarrassing. No, because he didn't just miss little jabs and you just go to the side. No, that can get embarrassing too if it happens too many times. I'm talking about you throwing and I'm gone already. 15 to 20 times on national TV, right? And we're not celebrating somebody who's able to do that of over 40 years old. The hell with y'all. That was awesome to me. I saw a masterpiece. I don't give a damn, right? But I'm gonna be fair. To be fair, my reaction to like art or wine is kind of similar. People don't really be a boxing connoisseur. Maybe you're just like, hey, I want to go see a brawl. No, wrong answer here, right? You know, I take some wine supposed to be expensive and good and it's nasty as hell. Right? I see some art that's supposed to be good. Looks like somebody just got some damn paint, threw it up against the wall, and then signed their name under it. Call it art. Right? But if you don't have no damn, you know, knowledge of what you're looking at, that's what you're going to look at. I'm looking at, that don't look like nothing but somebody threw something against the wall. You know, so we supposed to act like that's art. You know, so, you know, that's when you're ignorance. So if you're watching a guy, but see, even though you know you're ignorant, you should at least be able to say, you know something? This guy is old. Now, how the hell we gonna just let a young guy, and that other guy's the champion, a 2-to-1 favorite, and he cannot corner this guy? He cannot walk him down, cut the ring off? Didn't we like Gennady Golovkin for doing that? Remember when Gennady Golovkin was fighting all them junior middleweights, moving up to middleweight, and then he was able to walk him down and cut off the ring and look cool? Right? Then he didn't have to use that against Canelo in the second fight. He didn't have to use that against Derevyanchenko, neither against Johnny Jacobs, really, although Jacobs was moving a little bit. But Derevyanchenko and Canelo didn't. So he didn't have to use all of that movement, right? I mean, all of that ring cutting off. That is a part of boxing. We can't stop telling these guys. It's so boring to see Guillermo Rigondeaux at 40 move around and the guy can't catch him. But we're looking at a big Luke and 50 pounds heavier Tyson Fury doing that against this little dude, right? And the little dude catches him, knocks him down twice, and we still talking Tyson Fury won the fight. But this guy avoids no danger the whole fight. No highlights whatsoever for Casimero, except for when he had Rigondeaux pushed him down and then hit him while he was down. And then they got him, hit him in the back of the head too. But okay, whatever. Because Rigondeaux threw a jab after him after the round, trying to show him what's up. So, they both acted up a little bit, right? But, I don't care what nobody says, man. You guys can say what you want to. I just saw something awesome, man. So I'm not going to even act like, I saw Rigondeaux lose. He could have thrown a few more punches, but just like he said after the fight was, I did more than him. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to make me change my style. These guys are supposed to come in the ring, let their hands go, and make me change my style. And they're not. And every single time that doesn't happen, we wonder why Casimero has... You ever seen Casimero not throw some punches like that? Ever? Why? That's the dude in front of him. Did you ever see Manny Pacquiao as tame as you ever seen Manny Pacquiao against Floyd Mayweather? You know why? Because of 2 straight hands in the first round. That tamed him. And that's the same thing that happened to him. You've seen at the beginning of the rounds, Rigondeaux stand there, pop him 2 or 3 times. The dude will throw a left hook, miss badly, and get hit in the side of the damn head. And then he'd be like, okay, I'm tame for this round. And that's something that's going on there. But we just, if you're sitting at a fight and you, like I tell everybody, the glasses you are looking through are BTBG glasses, beat the black guy, and you're seeing a fight, and you see the black guy has to lose. We don't care what the circumstances are, right? We don't see his talent, and if we see his talent, we'll say that it's something else. Why do you think that the NBA is shooting nothing but jump shots right now? Everybody can't shoot, all of a sudden it's not good in the NBA. And they told you why 20 years ago. Damn it, the people in the crowd don't look like the people on the court. We got to do something about that. More Europeans. So we got nothing but 3-point shooters. And hope. There's more. Don't defend them neither. Right? All these athletic plays, people getting dunked on and stuff like that, all that, they don't nothing but count for 2 points. Right? A 3-point, uncontested 3-point shot is what's up right now. And if you can't do that, then all of a sudden you're not a good player. Yeah, sour grapes. Right? That's how this keeps working. So did we see something so incredible like that? Because that's what it was to me. Incredible display of defensive fighting. Right? I'll pop you a couple of times more than you. I've never got hit really in the fight. And you did. I got offensive highlights, more offensive highlights than you do. And my defensive highlights are impeccable. Could I have thrown my hands more? Yes. But we're going to ask the same question for Casimero. Could he have thrown his hands more? Yes. Why wouldn't he do that? Yeah, because I'm going to get countered and embarrassed on national TV. That's why. Right? So, at the end of the day, people act like they didn't see what they saw. But, it don't matter, man. It don't matter what happens. I mean, we look at some fighters and we say, hey, that was awesome. When the other fighters do the same thing, then it's not. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm going to give Casimero some props for that. I don't think that you should be able to have a title, win a title with no damn highlights. None. There was no Casimero highlights. Just like Tyson Fury. Very few against Deontay Wilder. And that is what it is. Then fights like that, if you just don't like the defense, then you don't have him lose because he has impeccable defense. Because that's probably some of the best defense in the whole sport. So what we're saying to that guy is your defense in the whole sport is not really worth nothing. And that's the same thing we're saying to Ben Simmons right now in basketball. You're one of the best defenders in the whole sport, but because you can't do that old easy stuff from three-point shooting with nobody on there, that's the easiest thing in basketball to do is to shoot a three-pointer right now because no one can defend it. Because you can't do that. You running around defending everybody from the 1 position to the 5 position, and you can play down low too. You're pushing the ball. You're one of the 3rd best assist maker in the whole damn league. All those wonderful things. First team All NBA. First team all defensive NBA, right? All of that stuff, a perennial all-star, but because you can't shoot a three-point shot, we're acting like you nothing, right? That's the same thing with Rigondeaux. You just showed a world champion, there'll be a world champion, could not touch you for 12 rounds, and you are over 40. And they look at that fight like you didn't do something awesome. Damn it, Rigondeaux, you're Taz, you're one of the greatest of all time, period. Who gives a damn what they're saying? Continue to do what you're doing. Now, bottom line is you're going to make the money because you're trying to make it in America, right? That's the problem. But other than that, whatever, right? I don't care who says Rigondeaux should throw his hands more, whatever. He did that in a few fights. That didn't happen. You think was he not throwing his hands against Nonito Donaire? What did that get him? He beat the hell out of Donaire and that got him blackballed. It doesn't matter. Okay, he's one of those guys that's a defensive-orientated guy, but Deontay Wilder isn't. Terrence Crawford isn't. Right? It doesn't matter. Devin Haney is, maybe. Shakur Stevenson is. But we can go with any realm of boxing. As long as they black, we ain't liking them. Right? And we're not appreciating awesomeness when we sees it. This is Kung Fu Panda-type awesomeness up in here. Right? You know, we just looking at a masterful performance and we gonna act like we gonna just let him, he can lose 117, 111 on any card. How did that happen without you getting hit? Oh, because the other guy was probably the aggressor and coming forward. Then damn it, go back and score Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder won. Because damn it, then he won by a landslide. Because Deontay Wilder did what Casimero did for sure, and he had him down twice. Think about it. Doma Sports Talk worldwide. And we up out of here, y'all.